today's video. Today I thought I would share with you my 5 favourite palettes. It was, I don't know, some were a really easy decision and some were a little bit harder. I would say I kind of have top 2 and then the top 4, and then like I had to choose one out of the other ones I had left. It's still an excellent palette, but just kind of not necessarily my absolute favourite. Also, I'm just going to start by saying that I am a little bit sick, so I do sound fairly like nasally, and that's why. I'm really sorry, but I just kind of wanted to get this video up for you guys, and I hope you still enjoy it. So first I'm going to start with my top 2 because, to be honest, it's probably going to be a surprise to nobody because I rave about these 2 palettes all the time and they are 100% my most used. I'll start with the one I've had for the longest and probably the one that I'd recommend you buy first out of these 2. I really believe that everyone should have at least one Urban Decay Naked palette. I think they are all excellent, but for me personally, for my tastes and my colouring, I like the Urban Decay Naked #1. And you get 12 colours. I think this is about the £40 mark, which means that singly each eyeshadow costs less than £4, so it's such a bargain in my opinion as well. I know sometimes it's very tempting to only buy drugstore makeup, but I think sometimes investing in a palette like this saves you money in the long run. They're so pigmented, so you really don't need a lot of product. I've had this for a really long time, and I've only hit pan in Virgin, and to be fair, I've still got a lot of product left in there. And if I had to pick one palette to have for the rest of my life, this would 100% be it. It's got some great kind of lighter everyday colours and then some smokier colours down the end, some good mattes, a great highlight, so just a really excellent palette. Then my second favourite palette is a Charlotte Tilbury one. It is a little bit more expensive because it's a quad. You get 4 shadows, and I think this is also under the £40 mark, but since you only get 4 shadows, it's kind of like £10 each. But you do get a great mirror, and these are just really high quality shadows as well. My personal favourite, and I do have 3 of these palettes, is Dolce Vita. I also really love the Golden Goddess, and Something Vamp is beautiful as well. But this one's just a little bit more special in my opinion. It's particularly good for evening or the kind of like the party season. If you're looking for a more expensive palette to treat yourself to, then I would 100% recommend this one. I love this palette so much. The next 2 I actually thought I wouldn't love, which is the funny part, because I honestly have an absurd amount of palettes, and the 2 that I thought I would not like have somehow made it into my top 4 palettes. The first one I'll start with is from MAC, and the truth is I did think I would like this. I just really didn't think I needed it. I didn't think I would fall in love with it, and I don't know, I just didn't think that it was a must-have for me since I have so many palettes. But there's something about MAC, it just really gets me. I just love MAC products. This palette is pretty expensive. I think it's like £60, but you do get 15 colours, which is excellent, and obviously they're really high quality as well. You get it's an absolute steal in comparison to singular MAC eyeshadows as well. I think if you were to buy each shade individually, it would cost you over £150. So it's just really good. This is the Warm palette, and it's just completely my sort of colours. I really love this palette, and I'm so happy I've got it in my collection. The next one is a new palette. It's been out probably less than a month, so I almost feel like this is a bit premature, but I really like it, and I really do think it deserves to be in my top 5 palettes. Again, this is an Urban Decay palette, and again it's got 15 shadows. However, this is the Gwen Stefani limited edition. Actually, I don't know if it is limited edition. It's just a Gwen Stefani palette. I'm not sure if it's limited edition or not. When I first heard about it, I thought, oh, another palette. It's really nothing special. It's got some bright colours down here, which I'm never gonna wear, and I just really wasn't wowed by it. However, I have been using it for maybe about 2 or 3 weeks now, non-stop. I don't think I've used any other palette, and it's truly beautiful. It's got 3 matte shades here in the middle, which are really excellent staple mattes, and then a couple more on the end. It's got great everyday colours, great crease colours, and it does have 3 shades that I'm probably not going to use very much, but to be fair, the other colours are all incredible, and I'm still left with 12 shades that I absolutely will use regularly, and even the 3 that I probably won't, I'm sure I'll get a little bit of use out of, because I think pink can really be buffed in and made to look beautiful. Navy really isn't that scary. And this yellow, I'm not sure. I haven't actually put it on my skin, so I'm not sure what it will look like. But it's quite a golden yellow, so it could actually be really, really nice as well. Loving this palette so, so much. And then the other palette, which, to be fair, I'd be very happy with the other 4 and no other palettes. Although I kind of feel like for Halloween and stuff, I would want a few more bright colours. But that aside, the Lorac Pro Palette is also one of my absolute favourites. The reason for this is because you get 16 shades, which is more than in any of my other palettes, and is very, very good. It's really thin, excellent to travel with. You get 8 matte shades and 8 shimmery shades, which are all really, really beautiful. Every single colour in this palette is also very wearable. And I love that you can mix and match and create so many different looks, because you've got the matte, really, really natural eye, or a shimmery, more party look. You can mix them together. You can make a day look or a smoky look. I just think it's an excellent staple palette, and I think the reason why I picked this over all my other palettes, and I really do have some beautiful ones, the Smashbox palette, Full Exposure is great, all my Urban Decay palettes, I've got some great Zoeva palettes, some more MAC palettes, all that sort of stuff. But I think the reason I picked this is because I really think you need a great palette to travel with. And this one, although it is quite big, it's so thin and it takes up almost no space in comparison to something like the Urban Decay palette. And this one has 1 more shade than the Urban Decay one. And this is quite chunky. Okay, it's a bit smaller, but it's significantly heavier as well. So I think that's why this palette made it into this video. The only thing is, it is particularly difficult to get hold of in the UK. Really easy to get hold of in America though. I got this off a UK website, so I'm going to look really hard for that link and try to leave that below. I do think it's a great staple in any collection. And that's the end of my top 5 eyeshadow palettes. I do kind of feel a bit bad for not including any drugstore palettes. There are some really good ones, but to be fair, I still just much prefer high-end. I think something like the Urban Decay palette in the long term is just as cheap as a small cheaper quad from Superdrugs or something like that. They last so long. I've dropped mine loads. It's never broken. I really do think that particularly Urban Decay, quality wise, no one can beat, and MAC's close second, but they are a little bit more expensive as well. So that's the end of the video. I really, really do hope you enjoyed it. Just to let you know, I will be giving away an Urban Decay original naked palette on my Instagram. I'm going to leave a link to that below, and also a few more naked palettes as well, which is really, really exciting. Let me know in the comments what's your favourite palettes. What should I pick up next? Like, what's missing from my collection? Although I guess you haven't seen my whole collection, but what's missing from my top 5 that you would put in your top 5? And also, which drugstore palettes would make your top 5? That one I think is particularly interesting, because I haven't really found one that would personally make mine, but I'm sure it's out there somewhere. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!